Alright, welcome to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I think where we left off last time, we just finished up investigating the old schoolhouse, so now we have the whole evening. Right, Patrick wants us to find out what's going on with Celestine, which we will do, but I thought you would be Angelica, because you're where Angelica was earlier in the day. Distinctly not Angelica. So I would like to find her and really talk to everyone else, probably, before we finish Patrick's nonsense. Because we really need to make Patrick understand that we don't really care about him and his feelings. I will do his quest, but he is my lowest priority, and he needs to understand that. Alrighty. Let's talk to people. Assuming we can find people. I've gotta admit, I'd like to see real racehorses in action. Racehorses is one word. I guess, if you say so. Right. Let's go get some permission. I'm sorry, some what? Okay, I'll go get permission for... Oh, she really did say let's go get some permission. I'll go get permission for us, then it's off to the races. Literally. You know what they say, better strike while the iron's hot. And now I'm gonna have Off to the Races by Lana Del Rey stuck in my head. There are definitely worse fates to have. I enjoy that song. If I truly desire to spread the joy of riding, then researching horses is of the utmost importance. It may behoove, I see what you did there, me to visit Heimdall and study the races they conduct there. I think Crow would really get behind learning about racehorses, so you certainly have one supporter, my friend. Alisa, what in the heck are you doing here? I swear I'm gonna change her outfit back eventually. However, I like her outfit like this a lot. I think it looks better than her school uniform, so maybe we will just leave her in this. Are you already done with practice for the day, Alisa? Yep, the second years are all busy preparing for the festival. They might ask me to help them out with setting things up here at some point too. I guess nobody's getting any rest until the festival's over, especially those of us who haven't come up with anything yet. Yeah, I really hope we can find something that's perfect for us. Should I stay around to talk with Alisa? No. And do what? Just stand here? She's not even doing anything. She was just complaining about how she doesn't have anything to do right now. What would that hangout event even be? Are you incinerating stuff again? You know, someone left a comment on one of the YouTube videos that this is just a thing they do in Japan at the end of the day. They just incinerate the trash. I knew they were big on separating all the different types of recyclables and things that are incinerate-able. That's a word now. But I didn't realize that a school would do that like every day. So that's interesting, the more you know. Smoke trailing far into the clear blue sky. That right there, to me, that's fall. It'll be pretty cold by the time the Academy Festival rolls around, so make sure you don't get sick. I will do my best, sir. It's only gonna get colder as we get deeper into the season. Be careful and dress warm so you don't end up sick. I don't think that's the only contributing factor to getting sick, but sure, my guy, I will bundle up. Okay, the main mission is inside the school building, so perhaps we don't want to go in there. We will do the main school building last. after we've done Patrick's crap. Oh, hey. What are you guys doing here? I took some time to research previous festivals and their events. There are many that could potentially work. But our numbers don't do us any favors, and some are too similar to what other classes are planning. We may have reached an unfortunate impasse here. A student council president called on you, didn't she? Try to cajole an idea or two out of her, would you? We're running out of time, but let's not give up just yet. I'm sure there's an idea out there that's the perfect fit for us. Okay. Maybe. Oh, look at him. He's studying so hard for, what was it, class 1? Oh my, so late already? Perhaps I let myself get a little too wrapped up in my research. Allow me to tell you about everything I was working on as my way of saying thanks for reminding me of the time. No thanks. Now that you know the time, I couldn't possibly ask you to give up so much of it. Class 1's operetta is quite elaborate, you see. The background research alone is a rather demanding task. However, I accepted their request willingly, so I have to make sure that I live up to their expectations. You know you're just enjoying doing research. You don't have to lie to me and say it's all for class 1. We both know it's just for the research. You are doing research for the sake of research, and that's fine. Okay, next building. I will get unstuck from this ledge. There we go. They're the lacrosse people, right? The lacrosse club has come a long way since the beginning of the year. There's nothing more for us to do but help create a memorable festival. Of course, we don't want to take the spotlight off of you first years. This festival is yours to define. Machias and Elliot are over there in the background. Anything else? We second years are willing to lend a hand, but you first years are really the stars of the festival. Together, we should be able to create something to remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my high school only had, like, the one cultural festival. And it wasn't based on your class or even all of the clubs, unless you were in, like, a language club of some sort. It was really like a personal heritage thing, and if you wanted to set up a booth, you could. It was a small high school, you know, it'd be like that. Looks like the lacrosse club is gonna be just fine next year with Elisa and Ferris around. Tarisha and I don't even have half a year left before we graduate, but it's nice to leave the club in such good hands. I'm pretty sure I say that girl's name differently every single time I say it, but I think I'm happy with Tarisha. I think that's a satisfactory pronunciation. Now I just have to endeavor to remember that the next time someone mentions that girl. It's definitely a weight off my shoulders. Good for you. Stop getting stuck on chairs. That's what I want from the next game. Who cares about bringing back the characters I miss? Make these hitboxes for the furniture smaller. Coming up with a good idea for this festival is harder than I thought, especially when all the other classes and clubs have started preparing. It makes me feel the need to rush things along. But the last thing we want to do is panic and end up with something really boring though. I think I'll have to throw in the towel and admit defeat here. I'm totally clueless on what we should do at this point. I think everyone is, Elliot. You're not alone. We're all in this together. We're all failing together. We really need to get something figured out by tonight, though. Elliot and I were bouncing ideas off each other, but nothing really seemed to stick in the end. And I think the same thing would happen even if we got the rest of the class in on it too. Maybe we need to step back and rethink our approach. I don't know. I mean, how much can you really do for a festival on such short notice with so few people. What would be the best way to decorate the cafeteria? What? You don't think I'm going to decorate it myself, do you? A girl from the student council asked me to think about decorations, so that's what I'm doing. Reluctantly. We're going to have quite a few visitors, so we'll need to decorate over here too. Not that I care. I'm only worrying about decorations because some girl from the student council asked me to. Some girl? You're probably talking about Toa. Everyone knows Toa. Call her by her name. Rude. Wait, what? Oh. Two of my favorite people. Oh, Ferris, my sister supreme. I forgot you call her that. Ah, your expression of late stirs an indestructible and enormous pride within me. One could readily liken it to serene radiance given off by snow as it melts under the gentle sunlight. Are you buttering her up because you want to ask her for something, or are you flirting with her using romantic language from like the 1700s? Rejoice, Ferris. Join your brother in his carnival of unending joy. Do you ever stop being so aggravating? Ferris, how long have you known him? Has he ever had a moment where he wasn't aggravating? No? Then I think you've answered your own question. Why must you bother me when Sarifa is too busy for your nonsense? Where is Sarifa? You have grown rather fond of the lacrosse club, have you not? This calls for a celebration. What say you to enjoying some tea at the salon? Nothing but the finest, of course. Why must he blow everything out of proportion? Just because Sarifa is currently occupied doesn't give him carte blanche to bother me. I mean, it kinda does. Or at least that's what he thinks, and thus he's doing it. And you haven't, like, punched him or walked away yet, so he's succeeding. I finished writing up the prologue for the plot outline you gave me. I might have gotten a bit carried away with my own interpretation of some of the scenes, though. Warn me in advance. Just, how graphic does it get? I'm used to writing stuff explicitly for women of similar tastes, so this is turning out to be a little tricky. But with our powers combined, I'm sure it's going to turn out great. We may have to sort out some issues here. I'll leave coming up with ideas to you for now, Reen. Got it? Emma's going to be up all night, every night, editing whatever it is Dorothy has written. Okay, it's like every nope, Barrel's here. It seems as though a girl in class 7 and I may be kindred spirits. My crystal ball tells me that she will play a part in something far greater than we could know. Not only that, I've caught her speaking to a black cat more than once. Fate seems to have many hardships in store for the poor girl. Oh, are you telling me that Emma is going to be, like, ridiculously more important in games to come? I'm intrigued, and I'm also down for that, because I am, in fact, an Emma enjoyer. I hope someday she'll feel like talking about it, at least. She already did. We witnessed her lighting a candle with what you generously referred to as a conductor's baton. That's what you should do if you ever go to Universal and you want to buy a Harry Potter wand. You should be like, I would like that conductor's baton you have over there. No, the one next to it. I'm sure they would love that. Wait, did Beryl have anything else to say? Did I talk to her twice? Well, I thought I sensed a kindred spirit. Perhaps we aren't as similar as I initially thought. Fate seems to have many hardships in store for the poor girl. Only time will tell. All right. This place is done. Okay. Engineering building, that could be Angelica. She could have left the gym and gone here, which is exactly what she did apparently. I just got back from my evening ride. There's nothing like riding a bike. The wind blows your troubles right off of you. I guess you could say the feeling is pretty much my way of life. That was quite the match we had there. Thanks for accepting my challenge. Let's do it again sometime. You are welcome. I wanted to see what other master quartz you had available. Megalith. Earth Elemental Master Quartz. Increases obtained experience points by 1.25. Dang. And then HP, EP, and CP regenerate on fields. That's interesting. Damage of offensive arts raised, multiplied by a maximum of 1.2. Consumed EP multiplied by 1.5. I just hate how much EP it would consume, is the thing. That kinda sucks. I think we've spoken to everyone here. Can I go to... I can go to Trista. Okay. Then off we go. Oh, right, I knew we could go to Trista because that's where Celestine is. I'm dumb. Oh, are you done hiding from her? You're just gonna talk to her in the open now? I'll be taking all of the children to the Academy Festival next month. I hope to see you all there. I'll be there, all right. In fact, how about the two of us just go together? I'm not sure about that. You and Rudy would be able to walk around on your own, but there are other younger children who will need to be accompanied. As a sister, it's my duty to make sure that everyone can enjoy themselves. Yeah, I suppose you're right. He's trying so hard to get a date. Aha! Now I get it. He's got a crush on Rosin. Man, just to look at that dumb look on his face. This is definitely Asta and Yuno. And I forget that sister's name from Black Clover. I think she's like always making weird food out of crappy potatoes. I think that's the extent of her character. I haven't spoken to you people in a while. Were you guys the ones that were arguing? Yeah, it's ready for you. I can heat up your dinner for you too if you like. Emil's tutor is over, so please try to be quiet. I'm home. Is the bath ready? You can't ready your own bath, sir? Why is it her responsibility to draw your bath? Do it yourself. You're an adult. Okay. No wonder she quit doing her house chores. Man can't even start his own bath. I would also quit. Seems like his parents finally made up. That's good to see. Family is the most important thing in the world, and you want everyone to get along. I'm glad to see that Emil's parents have finally met. Yeah. Also, like, how does she know what temperature you want? I mean, I rarely take baths, mostly because I'm too lazy to clean the bathtub. But what I do, I change the temperature I'm happy with all the time. Like sometimes I want the water to be scalding. Sometimes I want it to be room temperature. How is she supposed to know? Sorry, I needed a drink. What do you have to say, Emil? I really have to thank you, Klein. My parents wouldn't be getting along now were it not for your advice. Hey now, don't give me credit for that. Everything turned out well because you had the courage to tell them how you felt. You think? Good for them. What an interesting family. Oh, there's the little... I was just about to ask where the little girl who was always watching the Lake Lord was. I'm helping Kenny think up stuff for the festival. I think you should put a bunch of fish up. Everyone would think they were so cool. Maybe I should display all of the fish I've caught then. Will that not smell? Okay. I was gonna ask my brother for some advice on what to do about the festival. Turns out I can't get in touch with him for some reason. I'm just gonna have to think of something myself then. Yep, he is trapped in Crossbell right now. I think he gets out though, before they go cray-cray. I'm pretty sure Lake Lord and all of his weird companions flee before everything gets too bad. I made some cookies at the cooking club today. Nicholas and Margarita got all freaked out about it, but it was super fun. What did you do this time? I let Lammy help me flatten out the cookie dough. No. But he kind of flattened the whole board on accident. It's almost charming when you put it like that. Should I spend time with her and eat her poisonous cookies that were punched by a robot? I mean, now that I've said it out loud, it does sound kind of tempting. Hold that thought, Milliam. Hold that thought.